Hi, welcome to the channel NCERT Maths Tutor. Today's topic is logarithmic function. In the last two videos, we have seen an exponential function and how to find the derivatives of exponential function. The extended version of exponential function is nothing but the logarithmic function. First, let us understand the definition of the logarithmic function. Let b greater than 1 be a real number, then logarithm of a to base b is x if b to the power x is equal to a. Logarithm of a to base b is denoted by log a to base b. Here, first we have to consider a real number b, and the value of this b must be greater than 1. Then we can define the logarithm function as a to base b is equal to x. That means logarithm of a to base b is x. This logarithm function gives the power value of the number. Let us understand this. See, here I have taken few examples. 2 to the power 3 is equal to 8. Now, here this value is the output of the logarithm function, which gives you the power value. That means we can write this in terms of logarithm function as log. This answer you need to write here, then the base value. This act as a base value. So log a to base 2 is equal to 3. Here you can see we have here b to the power x is equal to a. This we can write in terms of logarithm function in this way, where this answer first you have to write here log followed by a, then this you have to write as a base, and the power value is the final answer. So log a to base b is equal to x. Similarly, here we have 10 to the power 4 is equal to 10,000. How we can write this? Here, this power value is the output of this logarithm function. So, here we can write log 10,000 base 10 is equal to 4. Similarly, 5 to the power 4 is equal to 625. This we can write as log 625 to base 5 is equal to 4. So totally, by observing this, we can say the logarithm function gives you the power value of the number. See, here we have seen in these examples, for this we got 3 as the answer, here we got 4 as the answer, here also we got 4 as the answer. All these numbers are nothing but the power values. So by using the logarithm function, we can find the power value. That is the main use of the logarithm function. Now let us see how we can represent this logarithm function. See, to represent this logarithm function, we can write log, then colon. Here you need to write the x value, the domain value, and this forms the range value. So domain and range you need to write. Here domain is nothing but the positive real number and range is the set of real number. As here the range or output for this logarithm function is nothing but the power value, and we can get here negative numbers, positive number, all kind of numbers as a power value. So real number is the range of this function. So this function we can represent like this way: x is equal to, or x tends to, log x to base b is equal to y. This is the domain and this is the range value. See here, suppose if you have b to the power y is equal to x, then using the logarithm function, how we can write this? Here this y forms the output of the logarithm function. So write that, then log followed by that this value you have to write, and then this value you have to write. So here we get, here the answer is log x to base b is equal to y. Like this way, the same value you can represent. So you can see here log x base b is equal to y. And in the case of logarithms, we can have two types of logarithms. One is common logarithm, where here we use the base value as 10. Log x base 10 is equal to y. This is the representation for common logarithm. Next we have natural logarithm. In the case of natural logarithm, here we use base e. So we can write this as log x base e is equal to y, or this natural logarithm can be denoted by using ln. Now let us understand the graph of logarithmic function. See here, first I have written the logarithm function r plus to r. R is the set of positive real number, r is the set of real numbers. This is the domain and this is the range. So you can write like this way, x is the domain here, y is the range. Suppose if you have b to the power y is equal to x, then the same thing we can represent in terms of log function like this way, where here logarithm function gives the power, so is equal to y, then this log x to base b is equal to y. This is the way of writing the logarithm function. Now here I am taking different base values, then let us see what kind of graph we can get. So first here I am taking the base value as 10. So for this I am taking different values. Here see, we know that 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, all these values we have. So this is the range and this is the domain. For the domain, we have to give positive real numbers. And for the range, we can get here any real number value. So let us see that. See, first 10 to the power 0 is equal to 1. If I take base as 10, what happens to the graph? So 10 to the power 0 is 1. We know that. This you can represent in terms of log like this way. Log 1, this value, to base 10 is equal to 0. The power value always has to come here. Similarly, these values I have converted in terms of log. So the same thing now I am writing with base 2. Here I have taken base 10. Here I have taken base 2. So 2 to the power 0 is 1. So that I am writing as a log function in this way. See, this particular logarithmic function method I have used to convert this. So 2 to the power 1 is 2. So that we can write like this way. So like this way I have taken some values. Now let us plot these values on the graph. See, first here I have taken x and y coordinates. So let us name this as x and x dash. Then here we have y and y dash. Here I am taking 1, 2, 3 like this way, some numbers. Similarly here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this way, some numbers. Now if you observe in this case, see, first we have 10 to the power 0 is equal to 1. Here this value is x and this value is y. So we can write this as this point as 1, 0. 1, 0 means here this point you have to mark. X is 1 and y is 0. Then we have next point. Here see, 10 and 1 we have. This is y, this is x. See, compare this with this function. Then you will understand. So 10, 1. X is 10 and 1 is y. So 10, 1 means here, somewhere here. So 1 may come like this way for this function. Somewhere let us say that here we have 10. So I am marking here. So similarly, next we have 10 to the power minus 1 is equal to 0.1. So this is x, this is y. So 0.1 and minus 1. These 2 points we have to consider. So 0.1, for 0.1 we have to consider minus 1. Similarly, you can see for 0.01 you have to consider minus 2. So you can mark the points in this way. Now here if I connect this one, all these points, then you get a graph in this way. This is the graph for log x base 10. Similarly, you can plot the graph for base 2 also. See here we have 1 and 0. So this point is there for this base 2 also. Then we have 2 and 1. So for 2 we have 1, this point. Then we have 4 and 2, x is 4, 4 and 2. So like this way. And then we have for this 0.5 minus 1 and for 0.25 minus 2. So 0.5 minus 1 and then 0.25 minus 2. So for this base 2 we can have the graph in this way. So log x to base 2 and we have e to the power x. So for this you can have the logarithmic function in between here. The graph is in between here because we know the value of e is in between 2 to 3. So this is for base 10 and this is for 2. So you can get the graph for this as in this way here because e value, if the base is e, then you get the graph here. So log x base e for this graph is this one. And also we know in the last video we have studied regarding the exponential function, and also we have discussed the graph of exponential function will be like this way. It's a ever increasing graph, so it comes near to the y-axis. This is the graph of exponential function, that is y is equal to e to the power x. And this is the graph of logarithmic function. Now here if I write the graph for y is equal to x, then I get a straight line. We know that the graph of y is equal to x is a straight line. So if you compare this and this, then this y is equal to x act as a mirror for these two functions, for exponential function as well as for logarithmic function. So here one is the mirror image of each function is a mirror image of each other. Now let us see based on this some of the properties of logarithmic function. The first one is regarding the domain of the logarithmic function. The domain of the logarithmic function is always a positive real number. So you can't take here negative values. See here you can observe in this case there is no chance of getting negative values here because suppose if this value is negative also you get 0.1. If this value is negative, 10 to the power minus 1 means how we write 1 divided by 10. Here also 2 to the power minus 2 means we write that as 1 divided by 2 to the power 2. So this value is always a positive value. There is no chance of getting a negative value here. So because of that, and this is the domain of the logarithm function. So the domain of the logarithm function is a positive real number. Then here the range is maybe any value. The range is nothing but here the power. So here you can see 0, 1, 2, 3 we have like that way. Here we have minus 1, minus 2. Negative values are also there. Positive values are also there. So that's why the range of the logarithmic function is a real number. So the first property is the domain of log function is r plus positive real number. The range of logarithmic function is a real number. Then you can see I have plotted two graphs here for base 2 and base 10. In both the cases we have this point 1 0. Here we have 2 to the power 0 is 1 and also 10 to the power 0 is 1. Anything to the power 0 is always 1. So 1 0 point is always located on the logarithmic function graph. So that is the third property. The point 1 0 is always on the graph of the logarithmic function. And then you can see here as we increase the x value, here the value y value also increases, right? So you can observe here 0, 1, 2, 3. So the value is like ever increasing. So the logarithmic function is a ever increasing graph. And also in the fourth quadrant, if you observe first, second, third and fourth quadrant, if you see the graph approaches to y-axis. You can see like this way, but it will not touch the y-axis. It will come closer to the y-axis. You may get something 0.000 like that way, minus 0.001, but it will never touches the y-axis. It is closer to the y-axis. Then here, if you observe these two functions, y is equal to e to the power x. One is an exponential function, another one is a logarithmic function. These two curves, if you see, and if you consider the curve y is equal to x, then here you can see these two are the mirror images of each other. Here we have like this way, and here we have, this is the exponential function graph, and this is the logarithmic function graph. Here this y is equal to x line act as a mirror. So these two are the mirror images of each other. So this is about the graph of logarithmic function and regarding the logarithmic function. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Also click the bell icon to get regular notification. Thanks for watching.